So another day within the crypto markets and more to talk about. We're going to be updating you on the crypto market and giving you more updates on the base coins that we cover every single day. Maybe there will be some notable ones that we have not talked about on the channel that I will kind of give out to you guys. Maybe that's something you want to go and check out. But nonetheless, we're going to be getting into the crypto market update first. But again, as we always do, we preface that none of this is financial advice. Do your own research, just so you guys stay protected yourself. Don't get into anything just simply because someone said something and then end up getting wrecked. That's not what we want. I genuinely want the best for you guys, you for the viewer, because I feel that's how we're going to make this crypto community grow, where we all work together. And speaking of working together, again, I mentioned last video, if you did not watch last video, I'm in a group called Kaizen, which is led by Brian Jung, a prominent YouTuber here who's a really good guy. He's Christian. I've talked with him and he's just been super chill. He has around 2 million subscribers. So I was able to get access to his server, Kaizen, and I was able to see the success that they were having in there, the community that they had built in there. And I'm not someone, going into YouTube, I wasn't someone who would willingly want to promote things, especially if they didn't provide any value, because I know some people do that. They promote things that don't provide any value to their viewer just so they get the dollar. That's not what I'm doing this for. I'm generally doing this for the simple fact that there is so much opportunity within this server that I've been able to learn futures, a completely different world to me within the crypto space, and I've been able to do pretty well with futures, very surprisingly, just by copying the analyst trades that they make in there. And that's not only the only thing, they also make spot trades as well. So they go over plays that are under development that could look attractive for future investment that literally 2-3x. That was a project I was talking about 2 days ago. I can't mention that now because of course it would ruin the purpose of the server, because you're going to be paying for a service that like literally needs money to be fueled. Like you have to pay your analysts, you have to pay the moderators, so you have to have that money aspect to it, and you realistically get out what you put in with it. So again, I'm going to mention this a lot because now is probably the best time you could get into a server like this because of the status of the crypto market. In a bull run where things are constantly changing, you have analysts finding great future trades, you have people finding great projects to get into early. So Aerodrome, when Kaizen got in at 8 cents, I was of course not in there at that time. I got in when Brian talked about it in his YouTube video at 60 cents. So I had much more potential to have a way better return if I would have been in Kaizen at that point. And now we have projects that we can get in now that could have a very, very huge return. So this is all I'm talking about. You of course do not have to get this, but I'm just saying I will have this in the description below, my own affiliate link. So do know that I do get a percentage of the payment that goes to it. It's $200 a month, which might sound crazy, but again, you get out of it what you put into it. And I genuinely think you can, with $1,000, you can make that back almost within your first week if you just simply lock in and listen. So a quick preface on that, it will be timestamped, this whole thing. So if you skip through it again, you'll be on the main content of the video, but I always like to bring that up because there's so much value to add. And I would not be saying that if I did not genuinely believe that, because of course I want the best for you guys. We've been talking about plays that have done numbers beforehand that I could have made a server myself and talked about those plays early and then told you guys when they're at their levels now. So of course I'm not going to be doing that. It's not who I am, but I feel like this server offers just so much because I've been able to actually get in, put in the time and see, okay, this actually works. So let me give this value to my viewers, if that makes sense. That was a quick little spiel on it. Let's get into the crypto market update for today, which today is a great day for crypto. Not necessarily great, but it's good for Bitcoin. Bitcoin shot up to around $98,500, I believe, which is really good to see because of course, the higher the Bitcoin price is, the better that we can see the market doing. Now, 100,000 is still in question for next week. I think we could clear it. It depends on how this weekend goes. Maybe we could see 100K Bitcoin this weekend. It really depends on how things go because we've been kind of teeter-tottering around this level for a little bit now. So realistically looking at certain metrics, again, in terms of an alt season, looking at Bitcoin dominance, that has been steadily dropping. We want that to drop even further though before we see alts go absolutely crazy, which I think that absolute craziness with alts are going to happen in Q1. So again, right now we're kind of just teeter-tottering with Bitcoin, kind of pushing the level. I think in the very, very, very near future is when we could push past that 100,000 mark. It really is just at a point where it's time can tell. So realistically, looking at the data, looking at what the charts are telling us, it's going to happen nonetheless, and it's going to happen pretty soon. So that's a little quick update on Bitcoin. And again, with Bitcoin dominance dropping, I think alts are going to go parabolic as we have predicted. So make sure that you are checking up on all your plays, make sure your positions are set up right, make sure you have profits in mind to take profits to protect yourself from risk, and do everything that you can do to set yourself up for success, because that's going to be the best thing you can do, is making sure you're all set up for a run like this. And there's going to be so many more opportunities down the road if you aren't in any right now. There's going to be ones popping up all the time throughout a bull market like this. So that's the first thing I'll preface. Again, now going into the base altcoins where we've talked about, we're going to get into Aerodrome first. We'll cross that off our bucket list. Aerodrome's still a strong coin. There's a lot of talk on Aerodrome just not moving, kind of just building up pressure and just staying where it's at, which is a good thing for building up pressure, because that pressure, it's like potential energy. With the chart, how the chart looks, it's like potential energy, and then it shoots up and creates like a high at $1.80, maybe even $2. Somewhere in that range is where I see this going, doing a little bit of TA. So don't panic sell your bag. I'm personally kind of less out of my Aero bag. I'm definitely gonna have still my position in Aero. The thing is, I just am into plays that I can capitalize off of right now a lot more. Of course, those carry a lot more risk, but I'm more confident in these plays providing me with a bigger return that I can then put that initial bag that I took out of Aero back into it, if that makes sense. But nonetheless, I think Aerodrome conservatively will reach $5 to $10 a cycle. Anything higher is just an extra. The moon bag should be used for that, but I think 5 to 10 is a great target for Aerodrome, and something you should really consider if you have been sidelined on Aerodrome. That I still think this is going to be a great coin, especially if base gets the rip and crypto gets the rip that we've been waiting for into Q1 of 2025. I think things are going to go crazy, specifically with base. So do keep that in mind. I think we're going to have a lot of people shocked with Aerodrome, what it does in terms of its movements, because it's been crushing it as its DEX. I mean, TVL has been crazy. A lot of metrics have been crazy with Aerodrome. So still one you have to be just paying attention to and having that on your list to check out, again, if you're not invested into this coin. And again, that's all my opinion. Now, number 2 is Moonwall. Moonwall is a tricky one. Now, I know, like, Curtis, you're a commenter on this. You've been probably watching this video up to this point. You and me are pretty heavily allocated into Moonwall. You are a lot more heavily allocated into Moonwall than me, which is awesome. And I think we're at a state now where a lot of people are flooding Moonwall, and essentially what that means is there's a lot of fear about Moonwall. There's a lot of doubt because it's kind of just been not really doing much in relation to Bitcoin. But you can say the exact same thing for Aerodrome. Aerodrome has been almost doing what Moonwall has been doing right now. And it's almost a matter of time before DeFi base get that attention that's going to push these coins to really big highs. I think, and again, we showed charts yesterday what Moonwall was doing. It's doing really well in terms of its functionality. It's doing very well, actually. So with that in mind, as its purpose, it's doing very well, and people are going to start looking for coins on Coinbase, which Moonwall is. Coins that Coinbase Ventures are investing in, which Moonwall is a coin that they're investing in. So there's a lot of things that are still good with Moonwall. So the people who are spreading fear about it, I think this is a great long-term hold. I think $1 not out of the picture. So that's a 33x from here. That sounds crazy, but it's possible within a bull run like this, because this coin has barely had any attention at all. So keep that in mind. I think this one could do very, very well. Now, looking at Alien Base, this is a coin, again, that there seems to be some fear on, though this coin has been doing pretty well. It's been breaking some of its all-time highs, making new all-time highs. And again, I've said that DeFi base has barely got any attention yet in the grand scheme of things. And I think there will be a time for that to happen. And if Alien Base can get a lot of major listings, then this is a coin to look out for. This is a coin that could do really well. I like to compare this one to PancakeSwap. Can't really give a long-term price prediction for this coin. I think $5 to $10 is reasonable if this coin is to hit, of course, which is a 10 to 20x from here, which is not bad for a coin with such a low market cap. But again, it depends on how much this coin is used, if it's on those DEXs or those centralized exchanges that we need it to be on. This coin could do very, very, very well. So definitely something to keep an eye on as well. I do have allocation in this coin also, so very bullish on this one. It's still doing well as well. I've used Alien Base myself and it's worked out pretty well. So I really like the platform. I really like everything that it allows users to do. It has a lot of different purposes. I believe you can launch your own coins on Alien Base as well. So great to see. Great to see what it's doing there. Again, another notable AI pick is Talent Protocol. This one is in the trenches at around 8-9 million market cap, I believe. It had a little bit of a run. I bought this coin in at 10 cents and it dropped to like 7 cents. So clearly, I took the L on that one. But I think for an AI play, that this one could be good. I'm going to say could be good. This one could be good. It's just very risky and it doesn't have anything crazy like the AI plays we have out right now that are popping off. I forget what they're called exactly, but the AI coins that just pumped like yesterday and we're having a great run, which they could still keep going. Talent really isn't aligned with those. It does deal with AI in certain aspects, but for what it does, I honestly don't know if this is a great one to be in. A great one. I think this is but it has potential is all I'll say. Just don't know how much more it could go from here. So definitely want to at least check out yourself and see if it's interesting to you. And then the final two we're going to be talking about again are the two meme coins that we've talked about, being Arrowbud and Ski Mask Dog. For me, Ski Mask Dog is the meme coin that I'm going to be in this cycle. Have a very strong conviction with this coin. And yeah, like I said previously, no meme coins, and then I was like, I'll have small allocation, and this is still a small allocation at the end of the day into this meme coin, but I do believe it has a lot of potential based on who's backing this coin, based on the performance that it has, and comparing this to a similar coin, Dog with Hat. I think if this one was to reach $1 billion market cap, that is simply, I believe, a 25x from here, which is not crazy in the grand scheme of things with crypto. So that wouldn't be bad. I'm honestly not going to complain about that if that is to happen due to the portion that I have in there. But I'm not saying that you should go in and ape into this coin, because at the end of the day, it's something you should check out yourself. If you want some meme coin allocation, this is going to be my number one pick for meme coin allocation. But then, of course, you decide what your meme coin allocation would be for. And because of how volatile this is, you have to make sure you're taking profits along the way, because it could come back, completely flip and dump, and then you're just out of the game. Just like that, your profits are vanished. So make sure to do your own due diligence. If you're getting into meme coins, have a great exit plan in mind, just based off the overall market sentiment, and you should be fine. So that's going to be it. And then the final meme coin I'm going to be recommending to look at is Arrowbud. Arrowbud is a coin that I talked about around 0.5 cent, and it is now around 18 or 1. It's almost 2 cents, I believe. So it's almost 2 cents. It might even be 2 cents at the time of this recording, because I haven't checked on it today on the price. But definitely a coin to look out for. It is getting more attention than it did when we were talking about it before. I do not have a position in this coin. I'm not going to get into it right now, especially after I could have 3x'd in it. I just see, I don't know. It's risky. I have my meme coin position. I do not want to add another. But I'm just giving you the option to go and look at this one, because they do stuff with like animal shelters, which is a really cool take on things. And I really like their whole narrative behind everything. Definitely a cool coin to check out if you're wanting some meme coin allocation. Maybe throw $100 in there or something. But that's, again, just all my opinion. So those were a couple of the base plays that I have been in, rotating profits through, just kind of cruising around and adding positions into. There's a lot more, especially within the AI space, that have been popping off. So there might be some more we talk about along the road, but as of now, these are going to be the coins that we continue to talk about, continue to update on, because it feels disingenuous for me to bring these coins up, talk about them for a while, and just drop them and never talk about them. And then BMX, because that is a coin. BMX I have been out of for around 2 weeks now. I'm not saying it's not going to do good. It's just a coin that I just don't feel the need to have allocation for. So just keep that in mind. I think it's a project that you can still check out. But not much to say about that one. But with all that being said, guys, I really do hope you took something away from this video. Ski Mask Dog is going to rip, in my opinion. I'm really excited for that one. But all those strong DeFi base plays, just have patience with those, please. I do believe those are just going to be long-term great holds. So have patience with those, and things are going to go well. With all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video as always.